My name is Borut Hafner, and I'm architect. I'm sorry.
All good.
I think I'm only one here. So I'm working at Housing Fund of the Republic of Slovenia. I'm working there as a project manager, and the following lecture is about how we our implementation of BIM 6D technology in multi-dwelling facilities. So you can see I'm architect because I changed the color of the background. So I will tell you the story, how we start and why. But I will not begin from the creation of the earth. So we have to go to the year 2015. There came the new resolution of the 2015 for the housing policy in Slovenia for the next 10 years, from 2015 to 2025, and the housing fund got a new role. We have to build apartments for rent instead of apartments for sale, like we used to do. So we have to also establish a new rental market with accessible apartments for rent all over the country. With the new role, we also have a new obligation, and this is handling and maintaining the apartments. And here the BIM approach comes at the hand. So the first thing we did, we went on a few BIM conferences and saw graphs like this and this and this, and so this is not going to be easy. But this is not telling about BIM anything. This is just theory. So, but it didn't stop us. I will tell you in the next few minutes how we started. So this is normal phase order in the process of BIM technology, but we skipped the first 3 parts and went straight to the 6D. But for facility management, you also need a 3D model. So we have here a nice neighborhood we built. It's located on the western side of Ljubljana, and it's already built. There are around 640 apartments built in different phases, and all of them were sold, except the apartments in the last 4 buildings on the far right side. There is around 100 apartments. So we put them for rent in the line with the new strategy. This was ideal for starting the BIM approach because you cannot ruin anything because the buildings were already built. So we had to start to build a 3D model from the existing 2D CAD plans together with some measurements on the site. So a few co-workers went on the site and measured all important parts. They also took a lot of pictures and located them to the plans like this. Luckily, we only have just 3 different types of apartments, but more work had to be done on the basement garage floor. It was very difficult to gather all the information along with all the documentation we had. Together with all complying documentation, a company we hired put everything together and built this nice 3D model with all the associated infrastructure and utility connections with all information. They also scanned all the important documents, so we have access to electronic version of that documents. So now you can see this is an isolated installation model. This is the model from this neighborhood. So for every element, like for example this radiator you see, the yellow one, we have all the information in this BIM management platform. So here you can see just three general tabs. In the tab properties you can check all the information about the product you need, dimensions, material, type, capacity, color, location, date of installation, and so on. This is made for every element in this neighborhood. On the next step, you can see the graphically represented the location of this element, and the last step is for documentation. Here you can access all the documentation that is referred to this element, or it is associated with other elements in the same group. So every data is linked to each other together, and there you can also find 2D CAD plans of executed work, technical sheets, instructions for handling and maintenance, technological elaborates, warranty, and so on for each element. So the last step is for facility management, which is correlated with this 3D BIM management, but on the next slide I will show you this is also this platform. You saw this before, the Mr. Janic presentation. This is a web platform that the outside companies which made maintenance for us can access to this, and it is associated with this 3D model. So you can see, for example, maintenance plans for greenery, for cutting, watering, fertilizing, along with the timetable of certain repetition of times in advance. So we can get here the reports, what was done for regular and exceptional maintenance, and you can track changes in collaboration with this 3D model. So with this project we successfully completed the BIM implementation, and we proceeded to use it as a model example for other projects, and we expect to learn even more during the use. So now I would like to show you one graph of how implementation of BIM technology normally looks like. This graph was shown in the BIM Adriatic Academy last year in Ljubljana by Fulton Trotter Architects, and I transferred this graph to our situation. Now you can see there is a lot of challenges ahead of us. So as you see, the implementation does not take place as fast as we want, but our requirements and demands are already high. There is a collision. You can see I didn't want to mark it red. So this collision will take some time to overcome, and this is the main reason for all the problems we had. The knowledge and experience of the BIM technologies on the basic level in Slovenia, especially when I'm talking about housing projects. We do not have enough experienced experts and knowledge. Therefore, the participation of all stakeholders is even more important. But we are more and more experienced after every project, and we intend to have a leading role in a BIM approach in the segment of multi-dwelling facilities. Also, we need support from the state about regulations which related to BIM and BIM processes, and regulation which related to the roles of the BIM processes. So on the end, I just want to show you our plans for the future. So we intend to use 3D BIM modeling on all our project, I mean from the scratch, from design phase. the use 4D and 5D technology during construction, and to use 6D BIM facility management during the use of the buildings. We have three new projects here where the BIM model was already made. The first is in Ljubljana. This is across the road of that nice neighborhood I have shown you in the beginning. The second one is also in Ljubljana. This is the special project. Is also a project which is written in this resolution of the government. This is the project for young people, and it's pilot project, and it's first of a kind in Slovenia. It will be first of a kind in Slovenia. And the third one is 400 apartments located in Maribor. So we're planning to start building all the three projects in this year if we are lucky. Just for the end, we have to open our minds to BIM, and thank you for listening.